And we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal back at it again, giving you that gay shit you love while playing some more Earthbound. So last time we were here, we were introduced to our fourth and final character, Pooh, who is a prince of the faraway land Dalam. Pooh has actually already mastered psychic powers, but he's looking at upping the ante and expanding his psychic power game by mastering the power of nothingness and coming to know himself. On top of that, I also talked a little bit about my gay friends' dating habits and how a lot of my gay friends tend to settle for guys that I think they're too good for, but part of the reason why that happens is because a lot of us, are very lonely, and sometimes having a shitty guy to be with is better than being with no one, sadly. This time around, what are we gonna do? We're gonna jump off of the topic that is on Pooh's mind, and we're gonna talk a little bit about coming to know yourself and how sometimes you have to relearn to know yourself as you get older, especially if you were bullied when you were younger for being gay, or alternatively, you just didn't have a good support network to help you come to terms with your sexuality. But anyway, Pooh's here trying to warm up his brain so it gets woke, so that's why you're hearing those humming sounds. My Venus Extravaganza voice coming back in. But, Prince Pooh, I'm a messenger from your master. He sent me here to tell you that you must stop your meditation immediately. Prince Pooh, you must come back with me instead of staying in a place such as this. Your master wishes it. Please rise, Prince. So this lady here is basically a deception. She is trying to basically break our concentration so that we do not master the power of nothingness and become in touch with ourselves. So we need to ignore her. If you actually listen to her and you get up and move away from your meditation, it forces you to start over and you just replay this entire warm-up cutscene. And if at any point in time you stop this sequence, again, you just have to start over from the very beginning, which is a little bit annoying, but it's also, it makes sense. Your master told you you're here to fucking get your psychic powers, and you need to just sit down and do it. So, anyway, Prince Pooh, I am the spirit of your ancient lineage. To complete your trial, I am going to break your legs. You will lose the use of them. Do you accept this? I'm already here, I guess so. Oh, damn, bro, you really did it. Shit. So Prince Pooh, you cannot walk as your legs are broken. Next, I will tear off your arms. I shall then take your arms and feed them to the crows. The taking of your arms, do you accept this? I look pretty awkward with not having just legs. We might as well even me out here, so we don't have arms, legs, or HP, so we're just kind of laying here, and next he's going for the ears. You do not mind my taking of your hearing, do you? Do you accept this? I guess I gotta. We're going all the way now. So Prince Pooh, no legs, no arms, and no sound. By floating words through the air, I must ask you, do you care if I take your eyes? Do you want to live in eternal darkness? I shall steal your sight. Do you accept this? Yeah, I guess so. So Prince Pooh, now I can only communicate directly with your mind. Your mind is all you have left. In the end, I will take away your mind. Though you probably don't want to allow that, do you? So, you can't answer, you can't even move. Are you sad? Are you lonely? If you lose your mind, you will also lose any feelings of sadness. Do you accept this? I will take your mind, Prince Pooh. Know that I will possess it. And in this moment, we become nothing. Because he just took all our pieces away, basically. We're just a mass of writhing organs. But somehow this results in you becoming woke, and now we have connected our powers with the Earth, kind of similar to what Ness was trying to do. And so we have expanded ourselves psychically. And how all this shit relates to the gay stuff I want to talk about today is, sometimes you have to really peel back layers of things that went on in your life, or the things around you, to basically come to know yourself again. So something I realized, and I've been thinking about a lot, is I mentioned this in an earlier video, I was a really fucking gay child. And when I described myself as a teenager and up until recently, I would call myself shy, but I realize I'm actually not shy. I was very gay and very happy, even though I was depressed as a child. And I just was shooting out rainbows everywhere, basically. Like, I remember, you know, if you look at any picture of me between the ages of like 10 and 13, like, I'm doing Sailor Moon poses, like, in all of those fucking photos, and, like, my mom was like, what the fuck are you doing? But I just had, like, a big old gay smile on my face and was just really feeling it. And it was the really gay poses, too. Like, I would do the ones, that required heels, so I would just be standing like I was wearing an invisible heel, and just really giving people what they wanted, but, I was very bright, and I just loved talking about the things I was interested in, and I loved being myself, but as I got older and people started being mean to me about it, that became less of a thing. But I'm going to put that on pause for a second. So there's nothing more to teach you from the Holy Writings. Okay. Prince Pooh, I shall relay a message to you from eternity. The evil entity that controls all wickedness is preparing for the greatest struggle of all time. The only ones who can challenge the entity are 3 boys and 1 girl. One named Ness is the leader of the 4. One of the boys is you, Prince Pooh. Now that you've completed your training, search out Ness at once, for all beings, for the Earth herself. I pray for growth in the might of the 4. And so, this is actually a symbolic moment made into gameplay. So when you awaken these powers in yourself and you come to understand nothingness, you actually level up very abruptly and you expand your psychic powers, like I've been saying repeatedly. So we're actually going to learn several new abilities that Pooh previously didn't learn. We're going to learn PSI Shield Beta, and we're going to learn Teleport Alpha and also Teleport Beta. And we are going to instantly put one of those to use. Teleport Beta actually lets you spin around in place instead of running in a straight line to teleport, so it's actually a superior teleport ability in my opinion. My name is Pooh. I am the one who will fight beside you. I am the servant of Ness. I will obey Ness. Ness, my life is in your hands. And now the band is complete. We got all 4 of these little blankety blanks in here, and they're ready to murder their way across the countryside and use those psychic powers for good measure. So, what we're going to do is we're going to wander around just a little bit, because I want Pooh to catch a few levels, because he's actually pretty malnourished. Ness is level 45, and Pooh is level 18, so luckily, because he's so low level, he'll get a lot of levels when he does a fight. But we just need to make sure he doesn't die during it, you know what I'm saying? So we are going to pull out the big psychic abilities and make sure these enemies get murdered to death. There we go, let's do it. And Jeff, you just do whatever you like to do. It's worth noting that even before you level up in that cutscene, Pooh actually already has PSI abilities that he knows, and so he actually has been training his psychic abilities for a good while before the game even started, so he's a little bit ahead of them psychically, I guess, even though he doesn't do as much damage. There we go. Alright, and you will probably die. There we go, we got it. And so Pooh should catch a level here. But I'll go ahead and jump back to the conversation I was having, because we're just kind of level grinding on screen a little bit. But you know, I was very vibrant as a child, and that's the word I like to use, because I like thinking of looking at myself when I was younger as like a fresh Polaroid picture where like everything's nice and crisp. And as I get older, like, basically, you can actually kind of see a transformation where I just slowly start becoming more and more depressed and less comfortable with who I am. And I just have completely blank expressions on my face, and I don't show emotion. And that was my coping mechanism in a lot of ways, you know. Something that happens when you start growing into a teenager, especially while you're gay, is that when you don't perform gender correctly, it makes you it moves from being cute to being kind of horrific to other people. And what I mean by that is, you know how it's like cute when like little boys will like get in their mom's heels and like wear their bras on their head, or even just put them on like over their, not boobs, but over their child chests. And everyone's like, oh, that's so cute, XD, he doesn't know what he's doing. But like if you start doing that, or you keep doing that as you get older, when you're like, let's say 10 or 11, it stops becoming cute and it becomes something that people want to punish. And it doesn't have to be things explicit like that. Like if you're just not really manly or masculine in the way people want you to be, like if you can't talk about girls, or you can't just do certain things, people will be very harsh on you. And that was what was kind of happening to me, is that it was cute and all that I was doing Sailor Moon poses for a while, but that's not what boys are supposed to do. And so I just slowly realized, you know, I can't show who I really am to people. And where the fuck are the enemies? I want some more enemies. We gotta murder some people, kid, and I want Pooh to have another level at least. Actually, we're gonna walk to the hotel. If we don't see an enemy on the way there, we're just gonna deal with it, and we're gonna take a rest in the hotel, then we're gonna move on with the game. Because I don't want to be just sitting here not progressing the game for this long. Oh, hey, that's good. Thumbs up. Okay, hey, Ness leveled up. That's handy. Is it going to learn a psychic power? Nope, he's not. Okay, well, we did it. I guess we're still going to the hotel. Also, our dad, yeah, he probably wants to talk to us. So, fuck off, Dad. Don't tell me what to do. I'm grown and psychic. I can do what I want. There we go. Peace out. Fuck you. So, you know, I was just a real gay child, and then I used to be like I just used to really own it and just be like really obviously gay, and then I just slowly learned to like quiet down and hide more and more of myself. And part of me growing up and becoming an adult is really looking back at that and kind of peeling back the layers of that, and really trying to figure out who I really am. Because like I said, I'm not shy. What really happened was I just became afraid of people because I was bullied. And I'm recognizing that. That's kind of like a recent recognition too, you know, that this isn't really part of my personality so much as this is a reaction to how mean I was treated as a child, and I really wanted to bring that up in this video. So kind of like with what Pooh was going, when you have certain things stripped away from you, you kind of see, I don't want to say the holes that it leaves, but like it kind of reveals parts of your personality that you don't necessarily, that you might have forgotten about a little bit. Like when I graduated and I basically wasn't in school anymore, you know, I really had time to think about myself because school wasn't dominating my life. And I realized, and I actually realized this even before I graduated, I actually don't like school that much. I just do it because it was one of the ways I got recognition as a child, and that I enjoy learning, but I do not like classrooms really that much because they kind of stress me out a little bit, even though I can have fun in them. But anyway, we about to get snapped up, so you better get into it, boy. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, fuzzy pickles. Snap. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. So, as a quick side note, if you bring Pooh on the beach, you can actually talk to a few NPCs who will be racist towards him, which is very interesting, because they'll just call him an Asian kid, and they'll say something, I'm not gonna repeat it, they're gonna just say, like, not nice things. And it's interesting because Summers is supposed to be like a resort area for like tourist and stuff, and so, and then part of Earthbound is basically kind of like it's supposed to be a parody of like 1980s and 1990s American culture, so it's interesting that they included that in the game. But anyway, thank you, you made my wife wake up. She quit talking about all that serious crap. Yeah, let's work hard. If you're courageous, get on the boat. You'll probably see the crack and experience getting seasick. After all, it could only cost you your life, and you got that for free, right? Heh heh heh. Luck will determine the outcome of this voyage. So do you want to sail the seas to Scaraba? $20 per person is fine with me. Alright, let's do it. We gave him 80 smackaroos. So, we get another cutscene, and I think after this cutscene we'll probably cut the video here. And I actually skipped something that we needed to do in Summers, but I'm giving y'all the 100% real Earthbound experience, because you have no fucking way of knowing you're supposed to do this. Until you already go to Scaraba, which means you have to ride on this boat and then teleport your ass back to Summers, which is not too bad, but if you're like 12, like the target demographic for this game when it came out, that was probably a little bit annoying. So, what else? I don't know. You know, a good way to think about who you really are, or like to just think about yourself, a fun exercise is to think about, like, the ways that you love, and, like, the ways that the benefits of basically being close to you, and, like, being intimate with you. So, I think, that tends to be something that's very hard for people, like, when I ask them, you know, what do your friends get out of being with you? And I don't mean that in a cruel way, I mean that, like, literally, like, what do you get out of, what do you think your friends, why do you think your friends like you? And they have trouble answering, but I think as you come to know yourself a little bit more, you can kind of see that. So it's cyclical, like, knowing yourself more helps you answer that question, but trying to answer that question helps you know yourself more. Because it means that you have to really think about, like, who you are as a person, and how you interact with other people. For me personally, I think that... Oh shit, a monster! Blah, we're about to get krakened. So this is the Kraken. Its sprite is a little bit hideous. It is not... it's not very spooky looking. If you don't have bottle rockets, this fight can be kinda hard. Otherwise, it's a baby fight. You can basically 3-shot this boss. So I would not be surprised if it died in like 2 turns. So we are gonna whip out this bottle rocket, and Pooh, you can show us what you got too. Oh shit, it knows PSI Flash too. That's kinda awkward. So that might complicate things a little bit. But lucky Ness did not become numb himself, so we still have one of our hard hitters on there. And we're gonna PSI Flash back to it, and now it has the Feeling Strange status ailment. Next, we are going to... we'll just go ahead and pray, we'll see what it happens, and, oh shit, we're gonna shoot another bottle rocket at this bad boy, and see what happens. And I think that actually will probably end the fight. Yep, we're done. Alrighty then. So, Ness and his friends got a buttload of EXP. And there's actually a trick in this upcoming area that will let you quickly gain a lot of levels. There's an enemy that you have a low chance of finding, but that you can kind of cheese into appearing more often if you basically run back and forth from the entrance to of the town to the next area. But we'll worry about that in a bit, because we still need to actually get to that town, and we're about 19 minutes into the video, so we need to get ready to wrap this up here. Holy shit, Pooh got a lot of levels. And he got Brain Shock. So y'all might be wondering why I did not gear up Pooh before we left, and the reason for that is that he plays like a traditional RPG monk, in that if you equip items on him, he actually does less damage. Unless they're items specifically made for him, which makes him a very unique character, which is pretty cool. He definitely has his own flair that he adds to the game, and it's neat having that aspect of uniqueness to him. So we made it to Scaraba, and this is where we're gonna end the video. I feel like I ended the discussion in kind of an awkward place, but you know, we gotta. I don't know. Should I say more? I would just consider it. You know, if you want to in the comments, I would think about like what makes you a cool person who other people like, or what do you think other people could or would like about you, and just talk about it. For me, I think that I have a lot of love to give, for one, and that also I think I'm very patient with other people, and that I try to push them to do more, which might be actually a little bit annoying to some people, I think, because I'm always like, okay, like, you can do so much, I believe in you, and I'm always pushing people to not settle, but sometimes I think that can be a little bit overwhelming for other people, you know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure, and then also, not everyone necessarily wants to, like, solve all the world's problems, or really be this person who does big things. They just kind of want to be themselves and be happy instead of chasing all these goals and stuff. But anyway, this is Ethan Bonreal. I'm Ethan Bongon, and y'all can Ethan Bon like and subscribe. So I'll see you later. Bye.